Hi, I'm Sarah Shepherd and welcome to my weekly Taroscopes. Hi there, welcome to this week's Taroscopes for the week of the 26th of October to the 1st of November. Oh, blimey, November. How fast has this year gone? Hope you're all well and hope everything's okay. Hope your last week was, fair to middling. We're still in the middle of this Mercury retrograde stuff and it's playing havoc with my brain. I don't know if I'm in first tier, second tier, third tier, or just in tears. I don't understand what any of it means. None of it makes sense to me. So I'm just keeping myself to myself and I think that's the best way. Okay? Right, for Taroscopes, let's begin. Aries. Aries, always the learner and the teacher bee. It's a funny old saying, but you learn by teaching. If you tell somebody else something that you've learned, then that reiterates it for you. I used to do it with my little one. When I was learning sign language, I'd come home and teach it to her, and it would stay in my mind and a little something she could do as well. And lo and behold, she's in a career now when she needs it. So, we do have a bit of forward thinking. But yes, it's easier to revise and learn things when we teach them to others. Taurus, you need to know when to keep your mouth shut, my lovely. Sometimes it's best not to say anything and hold all your cards to your chest. This week is that week. You've got to hold on to the knowledge that you have and use it at a later date. You don't want to play all your cards at once. Have patience. Gemini, it's a bit emotional for you at the moment. When is this all going to end? When is life all going to be back to normal? I think you're ruled by Mercury too, so the retrograde's never going to be a good time for you. So just, hibernate, sit in front of the TV. I'm on a diet, so I'm not suggesting chocolates or anything like that, but look after yourself, a little bit of self-care, and you'll come out of the other side of this fine. 3rd of November is the date we're aiming for. That's when everything should start looking a lot better. Cancer, why are we so upset, my lovely? Somebody's pressed your buttons and they don't even know it. You're snapping and you've gone quiet, and the person that you're angry with doesn't even know that they've upset you. Unless you're just going to suck it up, you need to aim your anger at the point that it comes from instead of upsetting everybody else. I know that's harsh, but that's the way forward. The people around you have done nothing wrong, so don't be snapping at them. Leo, gosh, you're feeling a bit tempted at the moment. Bored and lonely Leo is a really bad thing, so yeah, let's watch out Leo's about. As long as you're safe, as long as you're not hurting anybody, try and find something exciting to do just to bring life back to a bit of normality, even if it's a plan, even if it's reading a book on something that you'd like to do. But yeah, please don't throw spanners in works because they're very hard to get back out again. Virgo, always supporting the underdog, you lot. When you see an injustice, you feel like you need to jump right in, whether it's your business or not. I can't ask you to change because you're never going to change, and being a Virgo myself, I know this, but try and hold back a little bit. Saying I told you so was never a good idea, and being a know-it-all was never a good idea. Find a way of making yourself heard without being a big head. Libra, we've got a fresh start for you here, my dear. This is lovely. This is an idea that's coming out of your brain into your hands, and you're actually going to do it. Let's get it done. You've thought about it for so long, it's time to put your money where your mouth is. The people around you can't understand why you haven't done it yet. So, come on then, let's do it. I've got a feeling this involves taking photos of something. So we're looking at an item, I think, is your idea. So, let's crack on. Scorpio, well, we are in your season right now, so no wonder you're celebrating. Premature celebrations, has anyone ever heard of that? Wait till things happen. Wait till you have something to celebrate before you celebrate. Otherwise, you'll crash and burn. You'll run out too quickly. But yeah, not every day is a celebration. So save it for the good times, or there will be no way to record the good times. Sagittarius, you're leading the gang at the minute. Everybody's listening to you for advice and recommendations. So make sure that you've thought it through properly and you're not going to lead everybody astray. Make sure that your opinions are valid and well thought through, because they are hanging on your every word. So yeah, please be careful with what you say, because your words has great meaning to somebody at the moment. Capricorn, you little home bunny. It's all about doing stuff in the house. I don't feel like these are necessities. I think this is you're knuckling down for the winter. You're getting your throws out. You're putting the heating on and going from showers to baths, and yeah, just getting ready to hibernate. Fill up the food cupboards. Yeah, get comfy. We're not going to see you for a couple of months, but this is how you like it. There's a Nordic word. I think you pronounce it Haig or Heeg, and that is all about home comforts, hot chocolates, snuggly jumpers. And I feel that Capricorn just explained this so well. You become this Haigi, Heegi so well. Aquarius, stubborn streak in you this week, Aquarius. You are going to succeed, whatever it takes. So get back up on that horse and don't give in. When you're trying to achieve something or a challenge is put in front of you, this is where your stubborn streak comes in full force, because you will get past any blockages and you will make things work and you will succeed. We've got a lot to learn from you. Good job. Pisces, there's always pride before a fall, my darling. If you need help, ask for it. There is always help available. But you're just too proud to show it. It does not show a sign of weakness. It shows a sign of community. It shows a sign of family. It shows a sign of participating. You can't always be the helper. You have to be the helped sometimes. Often when I go out for readings, this card comes up and this situation comes up. And a lot of people don't think about the person who's offering the help. You may not think you need it, but they need to be somebody that helps. You'd be empowering that person. So lighten your load a little bit. Give things that you know that they can't mess up. And let somebody help you. Okay, Pisces, new for you, but give it a go. Right, that's your Taroscopes for this week, guys. Hope you've enjoyed them. I feel like I've told a few people off, but it's Mercury retrograde. What can I do? I have to read the cards as they fall. I've been told off myself, so yeah, I'll knuckle down myself too. Right, I've got a spirit person with me. If you just give me a moment to tune in and I'll be back with you. Hi there. This is your second part of your Taroscopes this week, and we have a spirit reading. We've been very successful the last couple of weeks, and we found homes for all my spirit people. I couldn't be more pleased. I don't do this for anything other than to pass on the message. There's no motive, there's no gain from it. It's just what I love to do and love to share. So please listen and see if this works for you. Now, I woke up with a song in my head again this morning. This seems to be the way spirits speak to me on our Monday mornings for our Taroscopes, and today's song was Because of You, Kelly Clarkson, and that's been resounding in my mind all morning, and it has quite poignant feelings. So I feel as though this lady, I have a lady with me who passed, and I feel she must have been in her 50s, which is no age really for someone who's 50 next year, but I feel she passed. I wouldn't say she did it herself. There was no intention to pass, but I feel she led a life that led up to an early passing. She made poor life choices. She toxic things within her body, habits and addiction, etc. And she's got a lot of regrets. I feel like I'm looking for a lady with the initial L. Now, I'm not sure that that's her name or the young lady that she's looking for, but there's so many things that have been left unsaid because she wasn't able to voice herself, and she wasn't in a position. She actually wasn't herself. She was ruled by the toxins and things that she put into her body. So she wants to find this young lady and literally just apologise. She wants, sorry that I ruined your life as well as mine, and please don't follow in my footsteps. There's a danger of this young lady in her grief turning to alternative medications. Okay, she's talking about a regular outing you would have gone on, and it's like a little diner with hamburger and chips, and you'd have the same thing every week. She does remember these nice things. She does think back on, it wasn't always like this. Your younger years were a lot better than the later years when she struggled. I'm finding this really hard because this lady's quite emotional. So many regrets, but we can't turn back time. This was her life path, and this is how she lived her life. If it's helped anybody, let's tell her story. I think that's the message she wants this young lady to tell her story. Don't be ashamed of who she was. Tell her story, how she got there, the things that led to her demise. Let people know that how easy it is to slip into a life that you don't want to lead. There's definitely writing to be done. There's definitely, I don't know if there's a way of addressing young people to make sure this doesn't happen to them. She doesn't want what she went through to be in vain. Okay, she's talking about, she always put you in dungarees, and people always thought you was a little boy. You look back on that and laugh because you're definitely girly now. You made a point you of not dressing that way and being that way. Okay, I feel there's a baby coming to the family since she's been gone, and this baby often looks up in the sky, and you should know that she's around. When they make googly laughing noises, she's making them laugh. She feels quite privileged that she can still be in people's lives because she feels quite guilty about all the damage that she did to everyone. Okay. For some reason, she's talking about shutting the gate. Okay, for some reason, the gate should be shut, or the gate hadn't been shut. I feel this is literal. I feel like there's something we can't let out of the garden. We leave the gate open. Maybe it's a little doggy. We've got to double check that gate's shut when we leave. Maybe it's the child in the garden. I don't know. But she's concerned about the gate. If she's anything like me, it's fingers in hinges. That's my real hate, personal hate. We've all got them, and my poor children being shouted at for years and years, get your fingers out the door. Yeah, so there's something with a gate, something resonates with a gate with her. Maybe you shut your fingers in the gate when you were younger, but yeah, there's a memory there and a warning. Right, for some reason we're talking about Christmas time. She's just shown me pine trees. I feel like you always had a real Christmas tree. She was quite proud of the fact that she managed to provide that for you every year. But Christmas is an anniversary or a birthday, so she wants to make that easy for you. She wants you to remember good times, not bad times. Is there something you hang on the tree for her? A bauble or something? If not, maybe get something so there's a memory of her, so she's there with you. I'm not saying set the place at the table. I know a lot of people find comfort with that, but that's not for me. I know they're not there. There's no point. That's not the way that I acknowledge my past loved ones. But if that suits you, then yes, but a bauble on the tree would be lovely. I'm sorry I can't get any more accurate information than that. She just seems just so full of regret that, yeah, she just doesn't want you. She wants more than that for you. She doesn't want her life to have been in vain. She wants you to have learnt the lessons from her mistakes. That's your message, my darling, and I hope we can find who that resonates with. Please, if you're listening to this and this sounds like somebody that belongs to a friend of yours, please pass on this message, because that's how we find the spirits homes. They don't come through me, through my podcast, without knowing they're going to find their person. So we are going to find their person one way or another. Okay, that's your spirit message for the week. Now, a bit of shameless advertising. We're doing a ghost walk on the 2nd of November in Bruce Castle Park. This is our 3rd year running, and we've gathered so much information. We feel like we've cracked the mystery. We've spent countless moments going over photographs and books and hearsay and legend, and we think we've come up with the answer. There's refreshments included. Mr. Len's wonderful chicken soup or plain soup afterwards, and hot chocolates. But yeah, if you go on to Eventbrite, there's look for the Lady Constantia Ghost Walk. There's only 8 places left because we have to be strict with COVID this year, but we're still going ahead, and it is still a fun night with surprises. We never know what to expect. We've been quite shocked by some of the things that have occurred. So yes, please come along for a very fun evening. Right, that's me for this week. If you've enjoyed your readings, you could always book a private reading through my Etsy store, Mystical Mayhem Store, or email me direct, sarahmysticalmayhem@hotmail.co.uk. On very special circumstances, I can come out. We'd have to have COVID restrictions. Maybe we'd have to be in a public place with the 2 meters apart and you wear a mask, etc. But it's not impossible. So if there's something you desperately need to book a reading for, we can do it. It is possible. So have a great week. Yes, let's get this Mercury retrograde out of the way. It will always be over by the time I speak to you next week. So have a good one. Keep your head down. Keep your mask on. Wash your hands. Keep your safe distancing. See if you can work out the tier 1, tier 2 and tier 3. And if you can you let me know? Sorry, that was a bit cheeky. But yes, be safe, be kind, look after each other, and we'll speak next week. Toodles!